Introduction. The Western burger legacy Howdy's is more than just another burger joint. It's a brand born from the spirit of the Wild West, where meals were meant to be bold, hearty, and unforgettable. Every bite carries that cowboy essence. Smoky flavors from open flames, fresh ingredients prepped with care, and a sense of comfort that only a true Western feast can deliver. But a Howdy's burger is not just food, it's an experience. It's the sizzle of fresh beef patties hitting the hot grill, the aroma of melted cheese blending with flame-kissed meat, and the crunch of crisp lettuce and thick-cut tomatoes layered with precision. From the golden toasted buns to the creamy sauces crafted in-house, each element plays its part in creating a burger that feels less like fast food and more like a handcrafted meal. Yet what really goes on behind the counter? What steps transform raw beef, soft buns, and garden-fresh vegetables into a stacked masterpiece, bursting with flavor and ready to be served alongside golden fries and an ice-cold drink? Today, we'll step inside Howdy's kitchen, exploring the process from start to finish. From the careful preparation of every ingredient to the final moment, the tray slides across the counter, complete with that unmistakable cowboy touch. The beef crafting the perfect patty at Howdy's. Every burger starts with its hero, the beef. Unlike generic factory-produced patties that often lack character, Howdy's insists on using premium cuts of beef, carefully sourced and freshly ground to achieve the ideal balance of lean meat and fat. This ratio is key to lean, and the patty dries out on the grill, to fatty, and it becomes greasy. With the perfect blend, every bite stays tender, juicy, and bursting with flavor. But it's not just the quality of the meat, it's how it's shaped. Instead of relying on machines to stamp out identical circles, Howdy's hand presses each portion. The patties come out slightly uneven, with rugged edges that give them that rustic cowboy-style charm, the look and taste of something made with care, not mass production. Once pressed, they're neatly stacked and chilled, locking in freshness until the moment they hit the sizzling grill. The grill where flavor comes alive. The heart of every Howdy's burger beats on the grill. It's not just a piece of cooking equipment, it's the forge where raw beef is transformed into something extraordinary. Preheated to a precise temperature, the grill radiates heat across its iron surface, waiting for that first sizzle. Satisfying hiss. That sizzling moment is more than noise, it's science. A high heat triggers what chefs call the reaction, a chemical process where proteins and sugars in the beef caramelize, creating that rich brown crust packed with smoky flavor. While the outside crisps into a golden sear, the juices are trapped inside, ensuring the patty stays tender and succulent with every bite. But the grill at Howdy's isn't a conveyor belt. Each patty is carefully monitored by skilled cooks who know exactly when to flip. Too soon, and the crust won't form. Too late, and the meat dries out. With practiced timing, they turn the patty only once, pressing gently to release just enough fat to mingle with the flames below, adding that subtle smokiness fans instantly recognize. The freshness, buns, toppings, and sauces. A burger is only as good as the company it keeps, and at Howdy's, the philosophy is simple. Freshness first. The beef may be the star of the show, but every great performance needs a strong supporting cast. From the buns that cradle the patty, to the toppings that add crunch and color, and the sauces that tie it all together, Howdy spares no effort in ensuring every detail is handled with care. Each morning, long before the first customer walks in, the kitchen comes alive with prep work. Crates of produce arrive fresh. Bright green heads of iceberg lettuce are rinsed, cooled, and shredded into crisp ribbons that will bring crunch and a refreshing snap to every bite. Juicy ruby red tomatoes are sliced thick enough to stay firm, but thin enough to melt in with the patty's juices. Sharp onions are carefully peeled and sliced, some into rings for that bold bite, others diced finely for burgers that demand a subtle sweetness. And then there are the pickles, cool, crunchy, and brined to perfection. With their tangy snap, they cut through the smokiness of the beef and cheese, leaving behind a balance that excites the palate rather than overwhelming it. But no burger would be complete without its foundation. The bun, to the untrained eye, it may look like a simple piece of bread, but in reality, it's one of the most important components of the Howdy's experience. Soft and pillowy on the inside, yet with just enough firmness to hold its structure. Each bun is chosen specifically to handle the juiciness of a thick cowboy-style patty. Before it ever touches the burger, it's brushed lightly with butter and placed face down on the grill. The heat caramelizes the surface, giving it a golden crust and a hint of smokiness. This simple step prevents sogginess and adds that satisfying crunch in the very first bite. And then comes the soul of the burger, sauces. While ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard each play their part, it's Howdy's signature house sauce that truly makes the difference. Creamy, yet tangy, smoky, with just a touch of sweetness. It's a closely guarded recipe that embodies the cowboy spirit of the brand. Drizzled generously, but never overpowering, it fuses the bun, patty, and toppings into one cohesive masterpiece. Result, a burger that doesn't just taste good, it tastes complete. Every layer, from the fresh toppings to the toasted bun, works in harmony with the juicy beef and melted cheese. It's not just a meal, it's a crafted experience where freshness meets flavor, one bite at a time. Assembly building the Howdy's burger. This is the moment of truth. Point where individual ingredients finally unite to create the signature Howdy's burger. The process begins with the foundation. A golden brown bun, toasted lightly on the grill, carry a gentle smokiness freshness and a slight crunch. Finally, a layer of pickles, tangy and chilled, is stacked neatly, cutting through the smokiness of the beef and adding a zesty kick. But the centerpiece, the star that everything revolves around, is the patty. Lifted hot and sizzling from the grill, its surface is seared to perfection, with smoky grill marks etched like signatures of flavor. A blanket of melted cheddar clings to its edges, dripping ever so slightly onto the toppings below. As the patty lands on the bun, a cloud of steam rises, carrying with it the aroma of flame-grilled beef. Now comes the magic touch, the sauce. With practiced precision, the cooks drizzle Howdy's house-made sauce, creamy, tangy, and slightly smoky, in a slow, deliberate motion across the patty. It seeps into the cheese, trickles between the layers, and binds every element into one cohesive bite. Finally, crown is added, the top bun, lightly toasted, pressed down just enough to hold the masterpiece together without crushing it. The burger now stands tall, tower of textures, colors, and flavors, ready to be served. But at Howdy's, presentation matters just as much as taste. Each burger is inspected, making sure the layers are even, the cheese melted just right, and the sauce spread to perfection. The creation is then paired with golden, crispy fries, piled generously on the side, and a chilled drink that completes the meal, served on a rustic wooden tray. The final product isn't just food, it's an experience, a modern-day cowboy feast crafted with care and flair.